Half-Shell Oyster House offers award-winning cuisine and service. Named TripAdvisor Best Top 10 Small Chains in the United States. Voted Best Seafood in Mississippi Magazine 8 times. You can enjoy award-winning oysters and seafood, delicious steaks, pastas, sandwiches, salads, and so much more in a unique, polished, casual dining experience. Half-Shell Oyster House is located at 115 Laurel Park Cove, Suite 105, Flowood, Mississippi 39232. Or you can give them a call at 769-257-7586. And hey, tell them Sonia sent you.
She say sports. She say sports. She say sports. She say sports.
And welcome back to She Say Sports and our Saturday Super Bowl edition. Please welcome back former NFL player Jameion Spencer. Hey Jay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing well. You know, Cedric could not join us today.
Yeah. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, brother. Happy early birthday. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family and just don't let it happen again. All right. So, no, I'm just kidding. So, Jay, let's get right into it. Jay, tomorrow is the big day. Super Bowl 58.
Sunday.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying Super Bowl 58 is upon us. It is being held in Las Vegas. I know it is bananas there right now. I'm going to be at Super Bowl next year. I'm going to be there. The matchup is against the reigning champs, Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be the Chiefs' fifth appearance, because their first appearance was in 1970 at the Super Bowl, and they have won the last 3 appearances. This will be the 49ers' 9th Super Bowl appearance, and they have won 5 Super Bowl rings. According to the MGM NFL odds, the 49ers are favored to beat the Chiefs. This will be a rematch for them, Jay, because they met in the Super Bowl 2020, Super Bowl 54, where the Kansas City Chiefs, they beat them 31-20. I'm sorry. Jamie, what are your thoughts on this matchup, and who takes on the Lombardi?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I think it's going to be a good Super Bowl. I mean, it's a great game. Two teams that have got stoic programs that are definitely at the prime of their career. They're playing lights out like they know they can. A lot of history, a lot of things going on there. But for the most part, the odds are, I know in the 49ers favor and they're looking to take it. But, I tell you this much, based on what we've seen so far, if the 49ers have a chance to win this game, they're going to have to come out fast and they're going to have to get on top quick. There's no way they could come out and play like they did in the previous 2 games against, against Green Bay as well as Detroit, and expect to still take home the trophy with them because, Big Red, Patty Mahomes. I mean, they are that dudes right now. They are dangerous. They are that, and again, you can't beat a man until you beat the man. And right now, they are the man. And but I know, again, from a talent perspective, the 49ers are deep. I mean, they've got the defense. They've got the QB. Brock Purdy is playing very well, very solid. You got, CMC back there in the backfield. You got Brandon Ayuk, who will come up and be a killer for you. You got Deebo Samuels. I mean, you got the talent around and the players to get it done, along with one of my favorite O-linemen ever with Trent Williams, man. I mean, you've got the tools and the firepower. So I don't think it's going to be a matter of, again, player for player or having the best players on the team. This is really going to be about who executes the best. Now, Me personally, I'm going against Vegas, and I think I'm gonna stick with Big Red and the Mahomes at this point.
Yeah. And you're probably sticking with Big Red because Jay, let's not forget Andy Reid. He has also won 3 rings and is the first head coach to win 3 rings with the franchise after taking the previous franchise he coached to the Super Bowl
Mhm.
at the youthful age of 65. He is still like at the top of his game and he's doing amazing things. So, Jay, Andy was your coach.
Yep.
Um, Tell us about him as a coach and what differences did he make in your life as a player?
So yeah, so I guess for us, we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, Andy has been a football guy from the very
Oh yeah.
jump from first day I've met him. He has a way about him of not only making people feel comfortable and empowered in what they do, but he also holds you to a certain standard. I mean, he gives you a lot of leeway, and you love playing for him and everything else. Even though Andy left me unemployed at a certain point, but but
Oh, is that the difference
nonetheless,
he made in your life
yes,
as
that
a
was the
player?
difference he made in my life. Look, he forced me to think outside the box in terms of that how I'm gonna feed my
Okay,
family. But
okay.
but I got a lot of respect for Coach Reid. I mean, he is he is one of those guys. I absolutely enjoyed my time with him. You learn a lot. You learn a lot not only just about the X's and O's, but again how to be a professional. And for me right now, watching him in these later years play has been somewhat refreshing because he's a lot less intense and a lot more in the flow of a game right now, almost as if he's hit that Zen method, kind of like Phil
Like
Jackson.
Phil Jackson, yeah.
Yeah. You can see, and even with the age difference that you've got on the field, the generational differences that you've got on the field, he has somehow been able to stay connected with his team. And you can tell that a lot of guys carry a lot of respect for Coach Reid. So, and his staff and those guys, we know they do an amazing job. But at the same time, man, it's really fun to watch him coach right now.
Yeah, it really is. Of course, Bears fan, but he has always been one of my favorite coaches. I
Mhm.
I truly, truly enjoy what he does. And you're right, he's kind of flowing in that Zen moment. It's like he got it now. And it's like
Mhm.
that's how, just relax and this is how we're going to do it. And he put all the pieces together. So speaking of pieces, do you think he'll be having something up his sleeve, something new for the 49ers tomorrow?
No, I don't. I don't anticipate him doing anything outside of what he's normally done. If you've ever played for him, he's a very routine oriented individual that does believe in bringing your game to the game, right? So and he makes amazing adjustments on the go. You'd be shocked a lot of times, by him. So. I think he's in it. He's totally focused. I know that everybody, talked about him and the time he wanted to spend with his grandkids and all that stuff. But that's Andy. That's
Right.
the kind of guy he is, and but for him, he is totally locked in. You can see it, and in his players, you can see it. So no, I don't expect him to have any major tricks, but I do expect him going all gas, no brakes, because
Oh yeah,
I think at the end of the day, Big Red wants it. He wants it bad. So.
that's true. That's true. And speaking of coaches, um, the linebacker coach for the 49ers, Coach Johnny Holland, is preparing for the Super Bowl as well, but he is fighting the biggest fight of his life right now. Coach Holland, who is 58, has been fighting a rare incurable blood cancer called multiple myeloma and he's been doing it for the last 5 years. He takes chemo and he continues to go to practice. And what's amazing, he's now part of a clinical trial right now,
Mhm.
which is good because one out of I think one of out of 5 Black people get this rare incurable
Okay.
disease. They don't know what it is. So he's in this clinical trial right now. It's going pretty well. I'm praying everything goes well for him. But, he said in his interview that football is his medicine. How
Mhm.
much of what he's doing, going to practice, still keeping busy with football, what does that do for him as far as his mental and his physical health?
Well, I think it's just that. I mean, I think he couldn't have told a bigger truth when he says football is his medicine. Anybody who's ever played that sport for any period of time, you find it's the best therapy. Like you've heard me
Yeah.
and say it talk about it's that best
It's your
girlfriend
girlfriend.
we ever had, right? Um, it is a release, and I think what we're seeing is kind of a small catechism of what we typically run into when you get into a lot of these football teams and football players and their lives and their interactions. You see people with these amazing stories, these stories of triumph, these stories of the reason why you keep going.
Right.
I could only imagine, we've to in the past and have come and gone, but to watch somebody fight and watch the way they fight is
Right.
truly an inspiring thing, and I think it's a story for all of us because no matter, what happens to you in life, 90% of how you're defined is how you react to it, right? And when you find an individual who can get up every day, get out, put the work in, there's no excuse, man. There is no muscle that's sore. There's no bone that hurts more. There is no ego that hurts more, but that is pure truth that comes out. And you can see it in Fred Warner, in Greenlaw, in that linebacking core right now, which is really the heart of that defense, and I will
Yes.
arguably say that team. Um, you can really see them playing for something different, right?
Yeah.
And I mean he's probably one of many stories, but I'm sure he is one of the things that keeps those guys keep pushing forward because you never know when your last day is going to be on this earth, and that way you want to make sure you rock it till the wheels fall off every day.
Right. And I know he's definitely inspiration for them. And I'm like you said, I'm sure they're playing for him.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, I'm sure they are because they see this man come out every day and we complain about, just silly stuff. It's not, well, you know what? It's not silly to us,
mhm,
but when it comes to your mortality, it may be silly to, that's why God didn't want us to complain. Just be
yeah,
grateful
absolutely.
and be thankful. Um, because it's all about just trying to keep going every day. I totally agree.
Yeah,
I wish him well. I'm definitely going to be praying for him. When I heard his story, it touched me because it's just smiling through it all, and
yeah,
it's just, and I know some days are scary for him, but I really hope that clinical trial works for him. I really, really
absolutely. Many prayers going out to him.
many prayers. So, what is your prediction for this game?
Whew. Look, I'm gonna go back to my Rocky 3 days. I'm gonna go Apollo Creed. I mean, not Apollo Creed, but Clubber Lane.
Uh,
It's gonna be pain. It's gonna be a lot of pain. I don't expect a high scoring game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it is going to be who has the ball last. Especially like I said, if San Francisco comes out firing on all cylinders, we know that we've seen the Chiefs go through their struggles. We talked about having that harmony and that synchronous play that they have normally been used to.
mhm.
You see later in the season they relied less on the improvisation of making sure they could break routes and getting into the scramble drills,
Right.
and really executing their offense again. So that was going to be scary for a lot of people. Once they got into that groove, it was going to be very hard to stop them. So I do think it's going to be a matter of who makes the biggest mistake in the beginning. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
going to be penalties, but I don't expect that you're going to have many missed tackles. You're not going to have a whole lot of miscues, mental errors. I'm sure those guys are going to be hyped up. 49ers are still going to be thinking about 2020.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's going to be plenty of material out
they
there
got a
for
chip
them.
on their shoulder. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they got a chip on their shoulder, and believe me, they've got a lot to prove because everybody's looking at it and saying, "Whew, they got off lucky this year." But in reality, they've been known as solid as you want to see them. So, but I do believe it's going to be a matter of who makes that first mistake and gets to the point where they get out of their game. And I'm excited. I'm excited. For the game. It's going to be a classic. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think the number is gonna, I mean, as far as on the scoreboard, is gonna be too far off. It's gonna be tight. I'm thinking like a 8-point win, but I don't
Mhm.
know who though. I
Yeah.
can't say Who
What's your gut telling you? What's your gut telling
uh,
you?
I'm like you with Kansas. I mean, Mahomes don't play around.
Yeah.
Big Red don't play around, and Travis has been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm still wanting Braves and the Detroit Lions in this, but we can't have that. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you think about this halftime show?
Hey, I'm excited. Usher, man, look, I might have to get up. It's gonna be if you've ever been around, and we forget, man, Usher's been around for 30 years. 30 years.
That is so crazy.
It is, and it's like we've grown up with him. And when I go back and I think about it, I remember Usher on the Oprah Winfrey Show doing Michael Jackson songs, right?
Yes.
And it's just like, man, 30 years he's been doing this. Yeah, so we know he's gonna do an amazing job.
I'm excited. I'm so freaking excited.
Everything I've heard about his show, his residency in Vegas, and any of his other shows that people have gone to, it's been just lights out. One of the best things that they've seen. So
they say
I'm
he's
excited.
bringing some of the stuff from the Vegas show, which is some of the Georgia stuff. He brought the strippers the last few shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if he better not bring those, because people
look. As long as he come out on the roller skates first, I'm good. I'm good if he got the skates.
I'm so excited. I'm hoping he bring Alicia Keys and they do My Boo. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. I know he can't have it slow like that, but we'll see. Well, Jay, thank you so much for joining me today. However, we play a game, but it's a new game.
New game. Uh-oh.
And it is called What You Know. Well, what you know, not what you know. What you know.
That could be some scary stuff.
So we're going to do Super Bowl trivia.
Okay.
Super Bowl trivia. I know you're a former football player. You're ready. Okay. Let's say The Last Dance.
What's my bar? Who? How many people have played this?
Oh, 2 people. Rod Walker, who is the sports writer who scores out of New Orleans. He did not miss any. Kelsey Nicole Nelson was listening with KNN. She did it last week and she missed 1.
Okay.
You know what? She's very young. She's like 32, and she couldn't think who the Fridge name was. We all know who the Fridge from the Chicago Bears, but she could not. She was I
used to have my 72 jersey.
I know. So she's a little younger, so I let her have that one.
Okay.
So first question: what 2 teams have won the most Super Bowls?
Ooh. 2 teams have won the most Super Bowls. So I'm gonna say, let's go Steelers. Steelers won. San Francisco's up there. Patriots would be up there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Patriots.
Okay, I was about to say, you just said it.
Yeah.
Patriots. They each have 6.
Okay.
Who is the oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. What jeweler makes the Lombardi trophy?
Oh.
You better not say Vail. Gordon's Jewelers.
Look, in this day and age, I'm gonna go Temu even.
Right. Jared.
Yeah. Oh God.
No, it's not Jared. I was just.
No. I'm trying to think who it is. I used to know this. No, I don't know this.
Jameion.
What? Whoa, wait a minute. Do I know that? No, I don't know this.
so you really want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on, tell me. I give up.
Tiffany and Company.
Oh, Tiff. That's right. Yeah.
I named all of them. I was like, it's not Gordon. It's not.
Tiffany. Yeah. That was kind of their start. Yeah.
Okay, Jewelers. Yeah. What was the most viewed Super Bowl halftime show?
Most viewed. So we know Snoop and them put up big numbers.
It's not that.
And Bruno Mars put up big numbers. Prince was my favorite.
God is a Prince fan. He let it start raining.
Man, he said it started raining. Purple. Oh man,
that was
with the hair. Oh, well, yeah, no, I'm saying. The most viewed. I'm gonna go Snoop. No.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
121 million viewers.
Yeah.
Snoop wasn't even in the top 10.
No, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which Super Bowl featured the first ever overtime period? Now you got to know this one. Which Super Bowl featured the first ever overtime period?
Don't tell me it was the Patriots in Atlanta. Was that the first one? Really?
I did not, and I was about to say I didn't even know that was the first one. Yeah.
I was just thinking back. I could not remember one going into overtime other than that one.
Yeah. Super Bowl 51. That was baby. They still mess with the Atlanta Falcons about that. They haven't been right since.
They ain't been right since.
They haven't been right since. Well, let me just hush. Who was the first African American head coach to win a Super Bowl? Your guy.
Oh, Tony D.
Tony D.
Tony D. We know that.
Who was the first quarterback to win Super Bowls with two different teams?
The first quarterback to win Super Bowls with two different teams. I'm gonna have to go Tom. Tom would probably be the first one. He wasn't really. It wouldn't have been Joe.
Come back. You need to come up. Come up.
Quarterback with two different teams. Latest, huh?
Like in the last, I'll say 10, 12 years.
Quarterback to win with two different teams. And it wasn't Tom.
Nope. You looking all over him. I'm gonna say it. Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Indianapolis and Denver. Yeah, and Denver. Look, I almost don't want to count that second one because he was working with half an elbow and the arm at that point. Throwing all them ducks at that point.
That's probably why you wasn't thinking about him.
Yeah.
Who was the first female to officiate in a Super Bowl?
Oh, it's our girl. From Mississippi.
Brandon, Mississippi.
Yeah. What's her name?
Come on.
Oh, I'm looking at her.
What's one of Holland Oates' favorite songs? Blank Smile.
Smile for me.
Now you doing Kirk Franklin. Blank Smile.
Oh! Wait, say it again?
Come on, smile a while for me.
I'm blanking on the phone.
Sarah Thomas.
Sarah Thomas. I'm looking, and I'm thinking about her face. I'm looking at her.
I know, I can see her face. Which player received the nickname Cheetah for his speed?
Oh, Tyreek.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, who won the Super Bowl in 2020? Super Bowl 54.
Tampa.
Boy, we just talked about this on the show.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Chiefs, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about, look. I'm thinking about 21 after that. I'm sorry.
You know what? I said I was going to slip some that I did in the show. It's okay, brother. I know you're.
Yeah, I sucked
Your
at
football
that.
acumen is amazing. I'm not worried about that. Please, you're one of the smartest football guys ever. That's why I love you on the show. Jay, thank you so much for joining me again. It was really, really fun. Have fun at the parade. And also, guys, follow me at She Say Sports on Facebook, She Say Sports 23 on Instagram. And please, please subscribe to our YouTube page, She Say Sports. Well, that's our show for today, our Super Bowl Saturday edition. See you next time. Peace. Have a good one.